Housing prices are out of control. From skyrocketing rents in cities to bidding wars in suburbs, home ownership is slipping out of reach for more and more people. But there is one place that's starting to get more attention: Upstate New York. With its small towns, natural beauty, and proximity to major cities, Upstate New York is offering something that most regions can't right now: affordability.
That's actually really reasonable.
In this video, I'm touring 5 very different housing options.
Very typical kind of brick row house.
From raw land to a 3-family townhome to a mixed-use property and beyond. Each offering a different creative way to live affordably.
You just have to get creative. You have to think, what can you do to bring in income?
And while I did renovate my very own multifamily property,
Doing some sparkling.
I'm definitely no expert, so I brought along a local realtor who actually knows her stuff to share the inside scoop and what to watch out for.
This is an eviction property, right?
Yeah.
So let's explore the real housing opportunities up here. And you tell me, is upstate New York somewhere you could see yourself building a future? We're starting off super affordable by checking out some land that's for sale in a beautiful rural neighborhood. It's listed at $79 for just over 3 acres.
A little detective work, part of the experience. Huh. How often is it like this when you pull up to view land where there's no sign and you just don't know where the land is? Okay.
It does happen, and I do get nervous every time because it's like, where are we supposed to be looking? Also, when it's a steep hill like that and there's no parking and they don't give us notification, it's kind of, what do you do?
And when Nicole says steep hill, she means steep hill.
Yeah, maybe you want to show them. It's like we'd have to have our hiking boots on too.
Yeah. I mean, this is just the side here, and then it continues to go up in the woods. Oh my God, good eye. I never would have seen that sign. But we found it. Maybe the electrical box is hidden in the kind of overgrowth somewhere too.
I'm just confused because the listing showed a different picture, but
we're making it work.
let's go see. This is fun.
It's all overgrown. Apparently there's a utility box somewhere.
So it's $79,000. It's just over 3 acres. It's 3.24 and a possible subdivision, and it is in the school district of Brunswick.
Do you think this is about like on par price-wise, or?
I think it's high.
You do?
Yeah.
Even though this land was a little pricier, there's definitely some more affordable land available in the area if that's what you're looking for. Just make sure you do your homework and know what you're getting into.
First thing is to maybe call the town, find out if your land is actually buildable. We can laugh about that, but it's so common. You just need to know and understand what you are buying. New York State has wetlands in place too, so if there's any kind of water or a stream, creek on the property, if there's like amphibians that are in there, they will actually come out and count how many eggs are there. And there's a whole calculation to actually tell you what part of land you can actually utilize and what has to stay preserved.
Okay, bear with me here because we are doing a complete 180 from beautiful scenic land to a much more densely populated area.
I love Troy.
It's a 3-story, 3-family home listed at $299.
We are in South Troy now, which is my neighborhood. We are just south of the canal. For the people that live in Troy, is usually a bit of a dividing line between when things are pretty safe and nice and when they kind of start to get dicey. This portion of it, we are so close to the canal. It's still really nice here, and there's a playground almost right next to the house. So the location's actually pretty nice for this one.
But if you don't know the area well, Nicole has a few tips for making sure you're buying in a good neighborhood.
Number 1, you want to go during the day, you want to go at night, check it out, do your due diligence. The other thing is actually Googling the street name or the address, and that way it'll bring up different history perhaps, with the news. Is there anything that you should be concerned with? And another thing is simply just, are the homes being renovated, fixed up? If you see that people are buying and starting to make improvements, that's probably a good sign.
This is a beautiful old building, actually. Very typical kind of brick row house in Troy. All right, in we go. Oof, someone got evicted, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody got thrown out, evicted, and by law they have to keep their belongings for, I believe it's a month. Now this sign shows that it might be past that month, but this is where we are.
The unit itself is actually pretty nice, but I do have to be honest that there is quite an odor in here. Maybe like body odor.
This is the formal dining room space.
What?
Bigger than I thought.
Whoa, okay, so this is very typical in these Troy houses. They have usually tiny bedrooms, and I bet what happened here is they knocked down the wall in between two small ones to make one long one. And I say that because my house is exactly like that. So, it's gonna be the kitchen, but there's also a bike in here. Oh my God, the scent is coming from that room.
Oh shoot.
Oh my God.
Oof, that's foul.
I think it might be like feces or something in there.
Or death.
Oh, I'm like gonna gag. It smells so bad in there.
I mean, welcome to my world. This is my career. This is what I have to do. You never know what you're gonna be walking into.
So this kitchen is a little dated,
Something else that smells.
but it's not actually that bad in here.
You have to look past this stuff, right? Cleaning and paint, and you could rent this out, no problem.
I'm going in. It's still plugged in.
Oh, the light's on.
Oh
Okay.
God, there's like this hunk of meat in there though. It's like,
Let's see.
What is that?
They're asking $299,000. I think it's high already, but let's go see the next unit.
Oh wow.
Well, this is night and day.
Oh, this is so nice. Oh yeah, I mean it's really nice floors down here too. All you gotta do is sand it down, stain it. It's gonna look great.
It's a great house. You know, a lot of potential.
Next up, we're viewing a mixed-use property listed at $289 with a retail space downstairs and a living space upstairs.
Couple of creative and innovative ways of using a mixed use. Obviously, you can have an office or a business in a section of the building. It's zoned for that. You can have somebody living, right? You can have an apartment, so you can bring in income in multiple ways. $1,100 a month, unit 1. Unit 2 pays $1,000. So $2,100 a month. It's low.
Nicole definitely knows her stuff when it comes to mixed-use properties. She actually owns and operates one herself, her office building for Red Dog Realty. And she figured out a creative niche to maximize her income on this property that I'll let her tell you about.
We bought the building for the office. Came with an apartment upstairs. It was quite dated, but we did a lot of renovations to it.
You did a great job renovating it up here.
We do short-term rentals. They'll get a company that will want to place their workers. They're in town for a job on site that might be 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. It's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, living room, a little game room area, and a kitchen.
You have a ping pong table.
It's $2,150. Wow. That includes utilities.
Okay, well, I can see why you get $2,100 for this. This is a really nice unit.
There's different sites that you can advertise it on. The one that I use, the only one I use, is for Furnished Finder. Costs a little bit of money, but it's well worth it. I started it more Airbnb, learned, through trial and error of what I was looking for. That wasn't the way to go. So short term works out for us. Highly recommend it. If anyone is looking into getting into investments, a lot of different opportunities. I love the short term rental.
But one thing to be very wary of in New York State is property taxes.
Property taxes are insane.
I feel ya. Yes, I'm a property owner of a couple properties, so yeah, I get hit hard on that.
Luckily, there's a few ways that you can avoid having a sky-high tax burden.
There's all different pockets, right? So some are average taxes, some are quite high, and then others are lower. Manans does seem to be more affordable. Saratoga County, their taxes are lower yet again. So We have it all here.
And once you do buy a home, Nicole recommends registering for New York State's STAR program to save even more money on your property taxes.
Once a year, you get a check in your mail. It averages probably about $500 to $600. You file once and forget it.
And if your property taxes are still too high, there's another option.
Able, I guess, to file a grievance, which I didn't know, and hopefully get them lowered when they're disproportionately high.
Property taxes aside, one of the best parts about upstate New York is being surrounded by beautiful nature.
Yeah, this is so nice back here.
So I couldn't resist checking out a scenic waterfront property that overlooks the Hudson River. This one's got 3 beds and 3 baths and is listed at $450.
This is so cute in here. Right out this front window with a patio area overlooking the Hudson River.
I'm not gonna lie, the rest of the house was cute, but nothing special. It was really those views that made this property.
Just such beautiful views.
And I would be sitting on this porch here nonstop.
I
I'd start my
know.
mornings and end my nights.
True to upstate New York, the house was only a few miles from the historic Saratoga National Historic Park, which got us talking about some of the pros and cons of houses in this area.
The area is old. A lot of the houses are old too.
In this area, there's just so many of them and they're just really gorgeous. There's a lot of things that you don't find in a newer home.
Okay, but tell me about the bad parts.
Okay,
now.
well, you know, the bad parts are most of the time they're 100-plus-year-old homes, and that means, you know, sometimes they're settling. The floors could not really be as straight as they should, you know, and then you get into electrical behind the walls and, you know, things just aren't as energy efficient as a newer home. Even if they're updated, you know, they hopefully keep the charm of these older homes. But yeah, I think that's mostly plumbing and electrical things behind the walls that you just don't know.
So what I'm hearing is you're probably going to be spending some money or effort on making updates as you go.
It's worth it.
I think it's worth it,
Yeah.
but I'm biased.
I live in Troy, so I'm definitely biased towards living there. But I asked Nicole for her top 3 up-and-coming areas in the capital region, and she really likes Clifton Park, East Greenbush, and Brunswick.
You can get a little bit more land, and our prices in this area are still reasonable.
So we headed off to Brunswick to see this last property, which is a bit more aspirational, but I think it's worth it to see.
The average house sold for $487,300 in July of this year. So shockingly, this is the only house in this video that is above that average, with a listing price of $550,000. Wow, it's open in here.
This is the formal dining room. They're choosing to use this as the dining room.
The kitchen is so nice.
This is a nice feature that some people don't know about. If you open it just a little bit, it goes to a pitcher. And which makes it easier, and you can still obviously fill there. You can easy reach. Yeah, it's cool. And it has stamped concrete, oversized here, so you could put a couple of tables, hot tub. You have an above ground pool. Again, you have the scenic backyard, an oversized shed with electric in it.
This closet is my dream. This is girl heaven in here. What a great closet.
Clearly, this area's got a lot of range and options for affordability in a country where housing costs are pricing a lot of people out of buying homes. Especially with the financialization of housing, where Wall Street is acquiring mass amounts of homes, converting them into rentals, and driving up the prices. But it's not all bad news, because I was very pleasantly surprised to hear how Nicole and her firm are giving back.
So every closed transaction, Red Dog team is donating to local animal shelters. Sometimes we do client appreciation events, and with that we ask our clients to come with either pet food, bedding, or toys, and then we'll go together as a team and we'll go to these local animal shelters and deliver the goods that we collect. It's just something that's true to us, and we appreciate giving back.